How's it going? We are way out in BFE. Tobin, Luna, and Athena, they're both laying right down here by my feet, deep in the woods. I mean, we've just gone on a full trek today. I had the day off from work. We've been up here since, about noon hiking. Stick around for the B-roll. We ran into some encampments, which is one of the reasons why I always carry my firearm here on my hip. And because of critters, we are in cougar country, bear country, doe, coon, you name it. If it lives in the Pacific Northwest, we're in its backyard. So we're going to try and respect it, be cool. You can see here I got some 30 and 40 and 60-year-old timber behind me, and then some 20, 30-year-old timber all around here, and got some fall colors going on. That dead one right there is where I did my shave of the day photos. So I brought with me my old Monstroso. The girls are talking to me right now. Since we packed in way further than what I normally do. Did I do with my pocket knife? Hold on. These are beef tracheas for the girls. So I'm going to give these to them. They're waiting patiently for it. They love these. You've never seen them before. They're safe. They're not rawhide. Easy. Easy. I got my water bowl down here on the ground, and I also have their water bowl over here on the ground. I just have my little foldable stool with me. So we're going to try and make do the best that we can. I'll be doing some dodging. So hang with me here. Monstroso. So the holographic label for this year, Douglas sent to me for review. However, my splash and this soap I purchased years ago is either 2020 or 2021, maybe 19. I forget how long I've had this. So we're going to talk about the Vetiver root that is in the splash bottle. This isn't just a splash. The splash is alive. I mean, the brew is alive. And we'll talk about that Vetiver root that is in the splash bottle and why it's important. And there's a couple of reasons why. We'll start talking about the fragrance as I get going with my, probably be the last shave that I have to do this hokey tube. I bought a new one, and UPS should be dropping it off today. In fact, probably right about now. It's 4 p.m. Did I say that? It's 4 p.m. Girls are happy. I'm happy. I hope you're happy. This is going to be cold. It's probably 50 degrees by now. It was about 60. Ooh, and I got it still. I always forget to switch it back to mist. I clean my razors out with it at the end of the shave. Yeah, that's cold. It's about time to start bringing with me the scuttle and a thermos. So, welcome to the Willamette National Forest. We're up off of, I believe it was United States Forest Service Road 55238. Way up above where I did Blackbot with my wife a week or two ago. And this is the pre-shave cube. I've already scooped into my Captain's Choice bowl. And I'm not used to having just the one little stool. Apologize. All right, got that back in there. Got you set up on the tripod. So my soap glows in the dark. The new 2025 release does not glow in the dark, and that's because of the issues that they had with the Glow Mica in 2024, which resulted to the cubes being in clown fruit. I really wish they would have done the cubes in Monstroso, because up until this year, Monstroso had always been a glow-in-the-dark soap. So I probably over-scooped. You can see it's kind of got this green tint to it. My 2025 doesn't have that same color to it, but they do smell exactly the same. Clown fruit fragrance didn't change. Monstroso didn't change. They both smell exactly the same. Now, Monstroso only has 3 notes in it. So you have the scent notes, which are blood orange, Moro blood orange, which is the darkest of the oranges. Autumn Glow Apricot. That is a real name of a real apricot. That's not just marketing. That is actually real. Something I didn't know until years ago when I was learning more about this fragrance. It is legit. I don't believe I've ever had one. And they usually grow ripe in like late September, early August. And so that's where the autumn comes in, is because they're one of the late blooming fruits. Late ripening fruit. Well, I guess it would be a late bloom too, right? It'd have to be if it grew really slowly. Anyways, I don't know anything about apricots. I really don't know much about nothing, but I do know that I'm in one of my happy places right here for the very first time in this little holler, this little neck of the woods. And it's just a great backpack hike in here, and just a fabulous day to be in the Pacific Northwest days before Halloween. So I'm whipping this up with a Filament Workz handle that my good friend Alex Botello sent to me as a gift. On the bottom, it says throwbacks. You can get these on Etsy. So cool. I'll put a link to that in the description. Not an affiliate or anything like that. But I love this. And he sent me a handful of knots, because he also sent me that blue one that I used for the Ariana and Evan Santorini, I believe. And so in this one, I set a knot that he also sent to me, and that's the Bodie 2025 Imitation Badger. I believe he only spent like $5 on it. I'll put a link to that in the description too. Not an affiliate. But this is a great little knot, especially for the price. I'm very happy with it. And I've had it for a couple of months now, and I plan to do a review of it very soon. Killer lather whipping up already. Sunset's about 6:03, so we got plenty of time. Don't rush it, Tobin. You want to know about the fragrance? Let's talk about it. So, this fragrance, if you like Vetiver, I think you're going to love it. If you don't like Vetiver, I don't think you're going to like it. It really is that simple. And this fragrance, it is like, not to be like cheesy with the Frankenstein Monstroso terminology, but this fragrance, it's almost like it's alive, because it does change quite a bit. Now, also let me point out something too that's very different with mine than what you might experience with your first new splash. Because of that Vetiver, I'm reviewing the fragrance of the splash. I don't review fragrances of soaps. I think soap is a horrible medium for reviewing a fragrance. So we're talking about the splash. In the splash, just like Vetiver Planet, if you're familiar with the Vetiver Planet from Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements, Vetiver Planet, like Lavender Planet has 5 different types of lavender. Vetiver Planet has 5 different types of vetiver. The vetiver that is in Monstroso is Haitian vetiver, and inside the splash bottle of Vetiver Planet, and inside the splash bottle of, that's a mosquito buzzing my phone there, miss me, sucker, get out of here, is a Haitian vetiver root. Now, what's really cool about that is, as time goes by, splashes, colognes, EDPs, they go through a process known as maceration, to where they slowly age. Not a lot, but little by little they age. And when you put vetiver root into a vetiver fragrance, over time, as the months and the years go by, more and more of that vetiver essence will release into your splash, maturing it, macerating it, making it darker, and bringing more vetiver elements to the splash. So with mine being 4 or 5 years old, I'm almost tempted to buy a new one just to see how much difference there would be. And I'm willing to bet that they started out with the same raw ingredients, but it's just mine has had that extra time to macerate and mature. Also, when you see something like a vetiver root in a bottle of splash like this, that is a huge indicator that the perfumer, the artisan, is using authentic and real ingredients. It's kind of like a nod. When you see that, you can almost always bet that you're going to get authentic, natural ingredients. Douglas and Fran make all their products by hand. Well, I don't know about all their products, right? Because there's the brushes, the razors like I'm using today, but I'm talking their fragrances, their soap. By hand, there's plenty good there. But over whipped it. Girls, stay with Dad. So they did not buy this fragrance and put it into their splash. They actually distilled the vetiver, do the hydrosols, all that stuff. And this fragrance, it changes when I first apply it to the back of my hand. There's this deep, dirty, slightly sweet and resinous vetiver note right from the beginning. This is a vetiver forward, but then right after applying it to the back of my hand and smelling it, right immediately, the Moro blood orange is sharp, slightly bitter, slightly citrusy sweet, with like a dark juicy edge that only is there for a few moments to my nose. Then immediately the autumn glow apricot comes in, and at first I don't notice the actual smell of the autumn glow apricot. What I notice is like this warm, sweet, juicy vibe to the fragrance. I don't actually smell the apricot until much later. Talk about that in a second, as long as I don't lose track. All the while, the vetiver is there. The vetiver is always there from the moment that you apply it all the way through the dry down. Now, when I first applied this fragrance, Alexis gives it a 7. But after about 20-30 minutes, Alexis gives this a 9. Emily gives it a 5, no matter what. So 1 being I hate it, 5 being I like it, 10 being I absolutely love it. Emily, from top to dry down, she only gives it a 5, which is still a great score. Something I'm introducing in this video right here is my gender fragrance bar with unisex right there in the middle, masculine on the right, and feminine on the left. And I'll put where I think this falls on the category. So right there, this is a moderately masculine fragrance. And coming from Emily, she generally likes the sweeter, more modern stuff. I'm very happy with the 5 from this. She can tolerate it. She likes it. It's a fragrance that I can wear, and she won't complain. Now, Alexis, like I said, she gives this, the top notes, a 7. But I'm a nighttime shaver. I shave an hour or 3, depending on the day, before I go to bed. There's a lot of reasons for that. One, because I don't like to shave in the morning, because I just like to get dressed and go out the door. So I shower at night, I shave at night, and I like to go to bed with smooth and clean and feeling ready for the next day. But after 20 to 30 minutes, though, my wife gives this a 9, which is just a fantastic score. So she's not quite willing to give it a 10, but she gives it a 9. La Criatura Monster Slant. So this is just like the glow-in-the-dark one, except for it sparkles and it's green. Stay with Dad. I have loaded in a first-use platinum strangelet. I would give this fragrance a 7 from top to dry down. For me, my score doesn't change like my wife's does. I really like this fragrance. I don't absolutely love it, but I'm also not a big vetiver guy. I like vetiver, but I don't love vetiver. But this is an absolutely beautiful fragrance to where when you apply it, like I was talking about with the top there, and then you come into the heart, and as you come into the heart, that resinous, dry Haitian vetiver, grassy infusion kind of like rises up more and becomes more pronounced. And then as you get into the dry down, I totally lose any citrus element. But once it's been on for 20 to 30 minutes, to my nose and my wife's nose, that apricot does return. And it's there, and you get this mild, sweet warmth from the apricot with the dry, woody, slightly smoky, slightly sweet. I don't know if they're picking up the crows. The girls are running around chasing a bird or something. This is just a fantastic fragrance, especially for this time of year. This is perfect for fall, winter, spring. I don't see any reason why you couldn't wear this in the summer. It's not dark, not that kind of dark. But I do think it would be best for fall and winter, but you could certainly pull this off in 80-degree weather, no problem, in my opinion. Projection from the soap is average, a 4 or a 5. The scent strength of the splash is also a 4 or 5. I can get hours and hours and hours of wear out of the splash. 8 to 14 hours, no joke. Put it on a few hours before bed. I wake up in the morning. My wife can still smell it on my face when I wake up. Links in the description to Phoenix Artisan are affiliate links. If you use those, it is greatly appreciated. More than I can express. And if you use that, I'll earn a 10% commission. I want to again thank Douglas for sending me out the holographic label. I'm a schnerd, a shave nerd, a PAA fanboy, and I love collecting labels. Good girls. In the B-roll, you guys will see that I already talked about it. I know I talked about it for a moment. I record the B-roll before the shave. We've done a lot of hiking today, and came around the corner on this one spot. It looked like it was derelict, like no one had been there in a while, but ran into this camper, like some type of tweaker, homeless person, trash everywhere, run down, beat up, just junker motorhome, like a little 28-footer, 25-footer, 30-foot, somewhere in there. Just a POS camper trailer, or not camper trailer, like motorhome. And then down around the corner, I should have brought my outdoorsman's friend. I wasn't expecting that we'd need it. Actually, I might have, no, yeah, I think I do actually have it. Oh well. And then down around the corner, a couple 100 yards, we came across some tents and some beat up cars, and you can tell by the tents that that's where they're staying. We didn't see any people. They were definitely around. You hear that bullfrog? That tree frog? No mirror. You just never know who or what you're going to run into, especially these days. You know, back when I was a kid, homelessness wasn't an issue. The opioid epidemic wasn't an issue. And now anymore, you just never know who you're going to run into living in the woods. I won't go any further into it because then we'll get into politics, and I like it when people just play by the rules. Not supposed to live out here. A couple of weeks, go home. Cooking meth, doing whatever they do. I'm not a fan. I am a fan of this fragrance, though. Fan of my dogs, your girls. Hope you guys have had a good start, though, to the holiday season. The shave today. Oh, I can't really see my shirt. Got an Oregon Duck Star Wars shirt on. How about that? My mom actually got me this years ago. I've had the shirt for probably 10 years or more. I don't know. Well, since Sears was open, and Sears has been closed a long time now. If you like a Vetiver fragrance, though, you guys, I think you will absolutely love this fragrance. Our family likes it. My wife loves it, which is just, not something that I would think going into it. And Emily likes it. So I think there's a good chance the women in your life will like it. And I like it a lot. I just don't love it. It's just not something I reach for a lot other than this time of year. The most beautiful Vetiver, though. I mean, it is just perfect. It's the type of Vetiver, the type of fragrance that you come to expect from Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. Just done perfect. Everything with Phoenix in their fragrances are always done so well. And that's exactly what you can expect from Monstroso. And just look at that label. Boom. I love it. Boom, boom, boom. It's little big things, my friends. Getting out, enjoying just an absolutely beautiful late October day here in America's great Pacific Northwest. There's an adventure, right? They're such a blessing. Thanks for joining us out here, you guys. We'll see you next time. All right, welcome to the B-roll. There's the girls in front of me. Direction I've been looking, So I just packed in that one stool. I think I probably talked about it, right? I'm gonna give those beef tracheas to the girls here in a second. Kind of keep them busy. It's not typical shave to what we normally do, but you know, I really wanted to get, let's go 0.6. I really wanted to get in somewhere a little Monstroso-y, you know, not like Transylvania or anything, but just wanted to get somewhere green, deep, and dark. I think we pulled that off. Regardless, we had one hell of a trip into here. I want to thank Douglas for sending me that holographic label. I want to thank you guys for joining us. Stick around for some extended B-roll. The girls and I traveling through the woods. Maybe talk to you guys already about the encampment that we stumbled upon by accident. Back to point one. Stay with Dad. But yeah, we've had one hell of a day. Let's get our shave on. Be nice. I'm telling you guys, Luna is the antagonizer probably 60% of the time. She's the bully. Be nice. Be nice. They just play and play. They're so perfect together. You guys take care. We'll see you next time. Go, baby. We're walking the boundary of a cut to our left. Now we're leaving the boundary. Athena the Explorer. There was a bird. It's gone, dingus. See something, huh? Let's go. We'll cut through these ferns. Yep, that's the stick you had. Let's go. There's more. Almost there, girls. This way. This way. Good girls. This is nice. I have 3 or 4 ladybugs that just landed on me.